I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
Andrew McCart, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted for the second time to be joined by Stephen Cairns. Stephen, I first spoke to you out in Liverpool when you were looking to go 3-0, and you managed to go 3-0 with an absolutely stunning first round knockout. Before we talk about all this and the hype that you've got behind you, man, how's things? How's life?
Yeah, all good. Not too bad. Just training away, staying on it. Yourself?
Same old. Like I said, we've been trying to get the Zoom call for about a week now, but we're finally made it.
Yeah, we're here.
We're here now. We're here. Listen, I said to you there, I was at your third professional fight after that stunning first round knockout you had. I mean, that right hand. There's a lot of hype behind you. Your nickname's Irish Takeover. I don't know when your next fight is. Do you have any update on that?
At the moment, I don't have any updates. I'm just staying in the gym, staying ready. The minute I get that phone call, 2 weeks for 2 weeks notice, 3 weeks notice, I'll be ready.
Like I said to you, man, you've got that, not so much hype, but a lot of people are talking about the power you carry. I've witnessed it. Like I said to you there, are you one of them guys that are eager to get to the top quicker than most with the sort of pedigree that you have?
I suppose I have age on my side. I can take my time. I've obviously got Dave Coldwell, who's guiding me through my boxing career, and he'll know when it's time to, step up and fight. Obviously, they'll step up in rounds, better oppositions, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to trust Dave, trust in what we're doing, and when time's right, I think he'll know.
But a lot of people, when they talk about power, they accumulate their punches and that, but you seem to have that one punch knockout power. But you can box as well. Yeah,
it's just one thing that we have been working on in the gym. Obviously, I came over to Dave. I could punch like fuck, as he says. But yeah, we've been working on my boxing a lot. Because when you go into these 50-50 fights, you can't rely on that one punch. You need to be able to outbox him, and then take him out. So that's what we're working on. We're trying to cover all corners. So when the time comes, we want to come up with stuff.
It's not a bad thing to have that one punch knockout power. It's still a good thing, right?
Oh, 100%, yeah. It's it'll keep them on their toes anyway. They won't want to stay there for too long.
Your nickname is the Irish Takeover. Now, explain that. How did you get that nickname?
I suppose, funny enough, I was out in a training camp, and there was a couple of Irish lads out there training with us, and I kept doing a hashtag like the Irish Takeover, and because obviously for Ireland and boxing and all that, but it kind of stuck then, and people started calling me, though I walked down the street back home, whatever, like, oh, the Irish Takeover on TikTok or whatever like that, and I was like, yeah, what's happening, mate? And so it kind of just stuck like that, and I just said, you know what, I'll go with this.
Quite right. It's quite a catchy nickname as well. But when you look at Irish professional boxing right now, it's looking pretty damn good with Mick Conlan. He's at world level now. Obviously a future world champion. You've got young guys like Gary Cully, Paddy Donovan. You've got all these guys. John O'Carroll still floating about. You've got young fighters like Kurt Walker coming through as well. Yourself coming through. So it seems to be in a healthy position, Irish professional boxing.
Yeah, do you know what? It's booming at the moment, and I think Ireland are crying out for a boxing show in the south of Ireland. Maybe like a Dublin in the arena or something like that. I think we definitely have enough talent to put on a big mega show for Irish boxing. So hopefully sooner than later.
Is there any big venues in Cork?
We got Páirc Uí Chaoimh, but obviously that's gonna take a time to build up the fan base and all that. But 100%, my plan is I want to win a world title and I want to bring it back to Cork, Páirc Uí Chaoimh, where Steve Collins and Eubank fought. and that's where I want to defend my world title.
That'll be an absolute. I'll tell you what. I'll be there if that ever happens. I will be there, or when that happens, I will be there.
Yeah.
Looking right now, what I like an old Celtic dust up, whether it be two Scottish fighters going at or two Irish fighters going at. You get that old adage where when you get two Mexican fighters going at it, you're guaranteed a war. And I think that's the same when you get two Irish fighters going at it, you're guaranteed an absolute spectacle. So when you look at like your division, the super featherweight with guys like John O'Carroll and like a young fighter like Kurt Walker as well, I think he's super featherweight. Have these names crossed your mind for an Irish clash?
Do you know what? At the moment, not really. Obviously, John O'Carroll is a lot further in his career ahead. Kurt Walker's on his roads, and I think we're all just on our own journey at the moment. Obviously, but at the moment, I'm at the building stage where I'm fighting, I'm learning. I think my next fight, I'll be stepping up to 6-rounders. So, but who knows? In the future, you don't know what's going to happen. If one of them fights makes sense in the future, why not?
Definitely. You stepping up to a 6-rounder in your fourth fight, is that? Yeah. That's obviously testament to what you're doing and how good Dave Coldwell thinks you are, I guess.
Yeah, we're well in the gym. We don't do anything less than 6 rounds, 6 and 8 round spars. So I think I'm looking forward to doing them 6 rounds and trying to break down an opponent and then take him out maybe a bit later in 90 seconds.
Remember, you don't get paid for overtime in boxing.
Yeah, that is true.
And when you look at as well, I do want to talk about this. Like my favorite divisions right now are these lighter divisions, the featherweights and the featherweights, super featherweights, lightweights, and super lightweights. I just think that them 4 divisions right now are stacked with talent. When you look at the guys below your division, like Lee Woods and all these guys, Leo Santa Cruz and Josh Wong. Then you look at your division with Joe Cordina, Shakur Steven, Robson Conceicao, and Rakhimov, and all these guys. And then you go up to lightweight. You know who's all at lightweight with Haney, and then you go up to light welter. It's stacked with talent, just absolutely stacked with talent. So for you, wherever you ever grow into that lightweight division or go into whatever, it's going to be a hard road for you to become a world champion. Are you ready for that?
You know what? You're not. If you're going to be fighting for world titles, you ain't going to get no easy fights. So it's like all you can do is right now is preparing for that time. Like even these fights that are coming up, like with Dave, we're not saying like it's not like just go and take him out in the first round. That's not our plan. Same with though when we're sparring and stuff. It's about what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now and preparing for now. We're preparing for 12-round fights, for them 50-50 fights, them world titles. So I think by the time I get to that stage, we're going to be more than ready, 100%.
Obviously, I won't keep you much longer because it is getting late in the evening, but I do appreciate your time. So I do want to talk about a fight that's in your division, Shakur Stevenson and Robson Conceicao. I do believe I'm saying his name right. Great fight. Robson's a great fighter. Unlucky to get beat by Oscar Valdez in a lot of people's eyes. He's up against a tough opponent, probably one of the pound-for-pound stars in Shakur Stevenson. When you look at Robson and Shakur Stevenson, how do you see that fight going?
I think it's going to be a Shakur Stevenson breakdown. I think he's going to outbox him for a couple of rounds, and then he's just slowly going to break him down, and maybe even end up stopping him later rounds.
Really, that's a lot of people saying Robinson's a tough cookie. He might go the distance with him, but you think Shakur's just that good?
I think not enough people give him credit for even the power that he has, but the way he places the punches as well. And it's just slowly and slow. It's like Joe. It's not like it's not rushed. It's a process where he's just breaking them down, and towards them end of rounds, them tough guys start feeling the punches a lot more when they start to fatigue and all that. So I do think he'll take him out.
Well, if Shakur does win, hopefully that sets up a great clash with Joe Cordina. I'm sure as a
I'd like to see that.
You're in the division, but you're a boxing fan as well. So I'm guessing you would like to see that fight as well.
Yeah, 100%. I'd love to see that fight.
How do you see that go? Do you have a winner on that one?
So I can't say right now, but yeah, it would be a great fight and also it could be in the UK as well, which is better for us, isn't it?
Definitely. And listen, who knows? You might get on that undercard. You never know.
Maybe, yeah.
Listen, Stephen, you haven't got a fight date yet. There's no news just yet, but obviously, when that news does come and you do get a fight, am I going down the bookies and putting a bet on a stoppage for you?
First round knockout.
There you go.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Listen, Stephen, absolute pleasure speaking to you again. For people that don't know who you are, where to find you, can they find you on social media or anything like that?
Yeah, you got Instagram, Steven.Cairns18, and we got TikTok, the Irish Takeover.
Perfect, mate. Listen, I'm sure this will be the first of many, because this is probably, I think I got you in Liverpool that time, and obviously this will definitely be many more interviews in the future. So when you do get that fight date, I'll jump back on with you and we can talk about that. But listen, enjoy your evening, and I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Wicked. Thanks very much,
Thank you,
mate.
Stephen. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's
times.
5 blokes outside my front door. You coming out?
One hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.